All in all, I'm getting this little digger service this morning. It's done 1,200 hours, so I think I'm doing everything. See what's in the box. So first job, 14mm spanner. Under here somewhere should be a sump bung that's 14mm. There it is. Did that without looking here. Tighter than you'd expect it to be. Engine oil. These bungs are ridiculously long. I know that much. Hellfire. See what I mean? Ready, go. Lovely. Pull this engine oil filter back a bit. And if you don't take it all the way off, it should drain just into the tray. And then we'll remove these spring clips. One. It's going to be doable one-handed or not? Good job. Two. We'll pull that inline filter out and replace it. Just like that. Then we're going to change this fuel filter. Like that. Crack the bleed screw on top and squeeze that until we've got a solid run of fuel coming out of it. It doesn't take long and it'll make a mess pretty quickly. Move back to the engine oil filter now. Get that spun all the way off. Trying not to drop it upside down is the goal here. New one on. Right, I can have this tray back. That can go underneath this hydraulic oil filter. And we can drain that one off now. Right, filter's off. We need to pre-fill the new filter. I've said it before, it's the only time you'll see me pre-filling a filter. Filter's pre-filled with hydraulic oil. And the reason why I do this is because these machines cavitate like hell if you put the filters on empty. And it takes a bit to clear that, and it just feels like you're doing no good to the machine. You can, I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, you can get your quick coupler for doing your testing on your hydraulic pumps, put it into there with a pipe, start the machine and stop it again, and that does bleed the air out, but I find that works. Just filling the filter up. Right, air filter's next. 1, 2, 1, 2. Gentle nip on the sump bung, and then I need to fill the engine oil up. God, that's tight. Why is that so tight? Ah, really tight. There we go. Engine oil in. Put this on nice and tight. And we'll go and do a level check on everything else. Coolant. Perfect. Final drives. That needs nudged forward a touch. The other side like. Probably get away with that one. Maybe nudge back a bit. Hydraulic oil. Perfect. Right, start it up. We're going to give that bulb a bit more of a squeeze. Try again. There we go. Right, I'll go and check now it's leaking. good. Wonderful. Right. Final drive's done. Engine oil's okay still. So that's that. I've run it up and did a bit of fresh air digging. Everything seems okay. No unusual noises. I need to shut this door first, don't I? Done. Next job. So this 140 we've seen fairly recently when we put a new EPOS in. Now apparently this last week it's been bad at starting, and he sent me a picture of an error code that came up on the screen, which was what was it all? AdBlue tank level sensor problem. When I looked it up, I can't imagine that's got anything to do with it struggling to start, but we'll see what happens when we turn the ignition on in a second. I've just got to do something with this other phone. Yeah, that's the error code there, 1761-01. Got an engine management light and a stop light. Let's see what happens, shall we? Bet it won't do it for me. I bet it'll be absolutely perfect. We'll see. Oh, look, there we go. There it is. Ooh, buzzer stop, right. We'll just, oh yeah, look. That blue's on the red. We will go into the service menu and see. Oh. Proper upset. Failure information, just make sure that's the only error code. AdBlue level low, AdBlue level low, AdBlue level low. Stupid question, does it have AdBlue in it? Let's go and find out. Don't know yet. I'll go and get a couple of pics and we'll call that filling it out. AdBlue level is not low. So that's disappointing. No, just come out here and fill the AdBlue up and clear off to the next one. Right then, next, need to check this plug here. I'll go and switch the machine off. Hang on a minute, it's reading it now. 3/4, over 3/4 full. Odd. What engine management light have we got left now? We've got AdBlue pressure, absolute pressure, voltage below normal. After treatment, dose and reagent, absolute pressure, voltage below normal. After treatment, #1, SCR dose and reagent, data, pressure drifted low. Weird. I wonder if we just check the AdBlue quality first, make sure that is okay. I'll go and sniff the tank now, because yeah, we've got an AdBlue pressure low fault. I've mentioned it before, but these AdBlue pumps, what we're doing is we're spraying AdBlue into that exhaust. Okay, that exhaust is going to get hot, it's going to get 400 plus degrees, and the AdBlue pumps pump AdBlue up to that with a diaphragm style pump. The diaphragm is made of a rubber material that is designed to break up if any hydrocarbons, i.e. oil, petrol, diesel, anything oil based, that diaphragm is designed to fail. The reason we want that to fail is that we don't want to be spraying a flammable liquid into an exhaust that's going to be 400 plus degrees. Now normally a telltale sign of an oil-based substance in the AdBlue tank is you're looking to that tank there and you normally see like a cloudy, oily sheen. You can often smell it. Sometimes I've smelt it and it's been like white spirits. So I'm just going to give it a sniff. Yeah, it doesn't particularly smell of anything. So we'll go and get the refractometer now and check that it's AdBlue. Normally you get that strong smell of ammonia, but not too strong, but you can generally tell that it's AdBlue in there. Quality's bang on. So I don't know what that, I don't know. I'll put the laptop on it now then and run it up and see what the AdBlue pressure makes. I'll check the plug for moisture at the... I don't know why I keep it in that case, but I do. Yeah, I've opened that plug up, that's clean. Open this plug up, that's clean. So, yeah, we'll just start it up, run it up to temperature, and we'll check the level, check the pressure. Just keyed back on again, and it's upset about its AdBlue level again. I wonder why that takes so long to recognise. I'm sure one of my colleagues had a problem like this. It's found the two ECMs, which is the AdBlue pump, which is what we were looking at before there, and the ECU, so that's good. There we go, look, it's registered its AdBlue level now. Starter motor seemed to stick on a bit there, I thought. Right, diagnostics. No, that one. Let's see what the pressure is. I'll come back to you when I've got some pressure to look at. Right, I've got the machine up to working temperature. Yeah, the only... Well, yeah, I have never seen such a stable AdBlue pressure, which makes me think that the AdBlue pressure is, or the sensor, AdBlue pressure sensor is kaput. Come on by that. When I keyed on it was at 500, so that's what's at 5 bar. When I started the machine it stayed at that, and when I ran it up to working temperature to the point where it is dosing, it's never changed, which is odd, very odd, very odd. So that seems to be the only parameter that isn't working. We've got the def tank, the AdBlue temperature, that's working. If we go and have a look at everything else, what else can we see to show you? Yeah, AdBlue temperature, AdBlue level in percentage, normal dosing operation, our AdBlue pressure remains the same. Is there anything else in the tank we can see to show you that that's all working? Not really, no. Yeah, I think, because when you look at the schematic for this machine, everything feeds into the DCU. So we've got the internals of it here, look, that's the depth pressure there. We've got all the different temperatures, current diverter valve, AdBlue tank header units, that's the level sensor, and that is feeding into the DCU. And that goes down here, goes to your NOx sensors, and then into the ECU. So it's really odd though, isn't it, that it doesn't register its AdBlue level. Let's see what the AdBlue pressure reads with the machine switched off. I can hear it buzzing. stop connect. Yeah, it has recognised the level now. Attempting to detect an ECM. So I don't think the DCU is not communicating. I think it's slow to respond, but I think the pressure sensor in there is packed in, which you won't be able to get separately, no doubt. So this is the controller, this is the pump unit. Plug for that is immaculate. You can see here, this is the wiring that comes straight in for the pump, but the pressure sensors are built into this. I'm happy that's all clean. The only other thing that's weird is the level sensor, which makes me wonder if it's a communication problem. So I can unplug this sensor and I can just do a resistance check. If I run around and switch the isolator off, we can do a resistance check on the CAN network. We're looking for 60 ohms. This yellow, red wire with yellow tracer is the same live that feeds this AdBlue pump. Yeah, I've got 60 ohms there, like, so that's fine. CAN network's okay. So a back probe here. Check, because this red and yellow, as well as 3 going into here. There's 3 red and yellows, if I can see one of them there. There. There will be one in the middle somewhere as well. They're all fed by the same relay. We'll be able to see if that gets an instant power. Because if that's slow to get power and this is slow to get a boot up power, then it's maybe not booting up correctly. I don't know. Don't think so. I think it's the pump, and if I had one with me, I'd just fire the pump on and prove a point. I'll be honest with you, because I've got a fair share of problems in here. But obviously, I haven't got my Sprinter. I've got a pump on the van. So that permanent beeping, that tells me that the AdBlue isn't reading its level correctly. That's the only one that seems to bring that beeping on permanently. It's now registered it, but we've got 25 volts there, so we know that this level sensor's getting a feed. We know that the CAN network to it is okay. That is feeding information to this. I think the problem's in here, like. Right. That's the CAN resistor for this. I got a bad connection in here somewhere. Yeah, look at this. Can you see that CAN wire there? How it's like almost folded in half. Something like that could be a potential. Let's get that cut open. Wow, it's getting really windy now. Right, I've got this kind of excavated. This is the plug for my CAN resistor, and that's part of the AdBlue level sensor CAN network. And you can see now how dodgy that looks. And although I'm getting 60 ohm resistance, if there's only a couple of strands left in that wire, when it starts taking data on the network, perhaps that could be causing some upset. So I'm going to chop that off there. It's just a Deutsch plug. I've got ends. I'll re-end it and then we'll stick this out the loom a bit further down, re-tape up the loom, plug it all back together. I was wanting to try and get this plug off here, but this nut got so far and locked up, and I didn't think it was worth it snapping that plastic nut off just to get it out, because I can get to what I need to here. Goodness me, it's windy now. Okay, that's repaired. I've plugged everything back together. I'm not convinced this is going to fix it. I'm just sorting something that didn't look right. So we'll go and try it. What are we saying? No. And we've still got the adblue level fault. Damn it. No. I'm just at the back now, checking all the connectors to the engine ECU. Everything looks alright there. Yeah. Oh, I'll show you something else. This is the later model in the serial number range, and we've got the ECU connectors here, which is jolly good. Yeah. I am tempted just to run back to the yard and grab an adblue pump and try it. It's just really odd. It's not picking up pressure at all. And I feel like the adblue pump module is slow to ignite, if you know what I mean, when you key on. Just checked all 3 power feeds to the adblue pump. All 3 24.9 volts. I've got a voltage below normal for the adblue pressure sensor. So either the controller isn't outputting the power to the controller, or the controller isn't returning the power. The sensor isn't returning the power to it. Has to be. Right. I need to get back through to Carlisle anyway, because I've got an appointment at the hospital at 1:15. So I'll go back through anyway. And I think we've got a pump. I've got a feeling it's on my van, like, if we do have one. Okay, we're back. Yeah, we don't have one. We haven't used one of these since 2022. So I used the last one in 2022, and we haven't got stock at Carlisle. We've got one up at Castle Douglas, right enough, which I could get for tomorrow if I need to. What I have found though is, with that adblue pump disconnected, when we turn on the machine, it doesn't remember, like it checks for the adblue level straight away. See? It's reading the correct level. However, with the adblue pump plugged in, which is where I suspect the fault is, it thinks that it's at 0. So we've also got an issue with the controller on the adblue pump, plus an issue with the sensor inside the pump. So I'll show you. This piece here is the pump. This is the dosing control unit. Once upon a time you used to have to get this all as one piece. Now you get them in individual pieces. Here's the customer phoning me back. I can well imagine what he's going to want to do. Right, and customer is going to weigh up their options and get in touch with me on what they're going to do. At the moment, as you can see, it's just parked up for the time being, so there's no particular rush. So I'm going to go back through to Carlisle and pop this back on that DX27. Okay. And then tomorrow we'll be going to that other 27 with a new injection pump. It was going to turn up today, and I wanted to get all of this done this morning to then go and put that pump on this afternoon, but I had a text message at 9 o'clock to say that the pump hadn't turned up, and it was stuck in Newcastle under Lyme. Popular place for parts to get stuck at the minute. So yeah, I do that tomorrow. There we go, I've got that actuator fitted back onto this digger. We'll just check that it starts, runs and revs up. Hopefully I haven't broken this one. Keys, keys, keys. Oh, wonderful. No error codes. Good. Does it rev up? It does. Marvellous. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that other 27 tomorrow.